Alrighty, welcome back. So before we get into this video, I have just stopped at this joint. Oh. So I like my coffee, and apparently this joint is arguably one of the best coffee places in Sydney, in the Northern Beaches. And anyway, I just drove past and saw it. I'm like, hell yeah. I just stopped and got it and just trying it. It's definitely not bad. I don't know if it's the best, but it's good. Anyway, before we get into the video, I've started to notice that like so many people, like almost 90% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you could subscribe, that would be awesome. But anyway, let's get to it. I'll show you this VRV project and where we're at and basically how we're going with it. Let's go. Okay, so I've done a triple vac on this thing, and I've already like nitro tested it, evacuated it, and I've left it over the weekend under pressure. So I'm going to put my gauge on here and make sure that it's held pressure. So basically I'm just going to put that on there. It's too hard with one hand, and just make sure that it's still holding pressure. Yeah, it's too hard to do with one hand, but basically I've just put my gauge on, open the tap, going straight up, and yeah, that's all good. So I pressure tested at 3,500. So basically this one I actually did bit above 36, but it's exactly where it was. So I don't know how everyone else does it, but I personally reckon using these taps is perfect, because you're not going to lose any when you take the gauge off. Just pressure test it, close it, take it off, and I just leave that there. So anyway, that's been nitroed, evacuated, nitroed. Anyway, we're going to do a long vac on it now, and then I'll go through some stuff and show you where we're at with everything. Let's go. Okay, so whilst that's vacuuming, I'll give you the rundown. So just we'll start from the beginning. So basically they had one ducted in here, which obviously not a big fan of that, but it was undersized in this thing. It made this space just unlivable, so redesigned the whole thing, and this is just a dead garden space. So we decided, how about we put the units out here in the garden, and then they're going to get this like garden redone at the end. So we didn't know whether to do just one outdoor unit, like one big VRV, or 5 independent units, like when we put it up for vote. And anyway, we decided to just go for 2 outdoor units. So I'll explain that in a sec. So 2 small VRVs. So basically this one just does level 4, which is 2 7 kilowatt bulkhead units, and basically units on brackets, pipes go across, up, and then just straight into a bulkhead, and it goes across to a ref net and goes to 2 indoor units, which you'll see. You're probably wondering what this is. This is not the power cable. This is actually my cable. I run Cat 6, so everything's connected up and integrated, but I don't want to run that in with the power, so I've just run that nice and neatly, because you're not going to see it on this side wall in exposed conduit. So anyway, so that's the 14 kilowatt outdoor VRV unit. Cut the brackets down. You only need 100 mil at the back. I've left 150 on both of them. So that's vacuum now. I'll get into that in a sec. I'm going to show you everything, just update you. That's just run. I need to put some saddles in that. I need to run this further down under there, and that's the one that you've already seen. So basically, as you know, that one does 2 bulkhead units and a 16 kilowatt indoor, like normal high static thing. Pipes go across, up into the bathroom, and the pipe also goes under there and goes heaps far. Since last time you saw it, cut them off, the brackets that is. Like I said, this is all getting redone. Same deal, Cat 6 cable I run separately, isolators on the other side. Before, that other unit that was here existing, the drain just dripped underneath there, whereas I've brought that out down there, which I'll show you in a sec. But basically, yeah, we've just got this, which does 3 indoors, and then this thing up here, which does another 2. So this one was located here. It's bigger because it's below the slab, and that's a bathroom and an elevator just there. So that is not a noise issue whatsoever. 150 at the back, plenty of room at the front, and next door got heaps of units there. So this seems to be like the services area. Yeah, so that's where we're at with the outdoors. Basically, the outdoors will be finished today. With these things, I've sealed the back, so there's no like rats or insects are going to get in. Kept it up on brackets off the ground. So basically, I just need to put some saddles there, finish off some stuff. Now, the one thing that I am going to do is I'm going to come back, because this isn't getting signed off yet, but I want to put surge protectors on these. I've never actually put surge protectors on outdoor units before, but they spent a lot of money on these VRVs, and basically I'm going to start looking into some decent surge protectors, so I'll keep you posted on that. But anyway, I might let this do its thing, and then maybe I might run some cable, and then I'll show you inside. This thing is so seized. I'm always surprised at how much quicker these things cool down after you've done nitro a few times. Pretty crazy. Anyway, I'll leave that going. But I'll go get the couple of fixings for that. Put in there, then that's done. Go get the gas bottle, scales, when this is done, and I'll show you why where I've run this cable. Okay, so I've just turned that on. Just gonna wait a few minutes before I put it in a test mode. So once it sorts itself out, I'm gonna hold down BS2 for 5 seconds. Same deal, put it through a test mode. Sorry about the noise, it's a bit noisy here, but the power's been turned on. I've left it for about 12 minutes. The display has stopped flashing. So now I'm going to hold down BS2 button for 5 seconds. And now it's in test mode. So I'm just going to leave it to do its thing, but I need to put the panel back on according to the instructions anyway. So I'm going to let it do its thing, put the panel back on, and then I'll show you inside. The update is the units are in. The painters are finishing here today apparently, and then we can fit off. Already got the grills for the front. The bottom one where the filter is a custom one, don't have that. Basically they can get fit off. I'll show you in there in a sec, but first, I know this seems like a weird spot for put the tablet. This is just where all the automation is, all the C-bus. So like C-bus, circuit breakers, Wi-Fi. And just put one tablet in here. There will be another tablet. Basically, you have two bulkhead units running off the tablet, and then level 3 is just a normal ducted with different zones. So basically, this particular controller only has the ability to have 4 indoor units. So we've put level 2 and 3 on this one. Level 4, we're going to have another one of these with another 2 bulkhead units. And the reason why it's in there is because it's getting hooked up to the home automation system. So they're not actually going to use those controllers. They're just there. So if for whatever reason the home automation isn't working, I can still control it. And then basically same deal here. Bulkheads in. Yeah, painters are finished. And yeah, it's fit off now. So that's that. I'll see if anyone's out here. Because all these units are like hooked up via an Ethernet cable, you have to run that separately. You have to run that separately to power cable. I don't know if they're working out here. That's all good. So as you see up here, I don't know if you want to look at that. Everything's run inside trunking, and then this cable here, sorry, that conduit there, the reason why that's there is just purely because I didn't want to run it in with the power cable. So this is level 3. Basically, because these ones don't have bulkhead units, it's just got a ducted unit. It's got 4 zones in each area. Like, for example, this is one room. I've got a temperature sensor in each area. So you can like connect all the Daikin stuff up to the home automation. The reason why we use this controller is one, because it's got a better app, way more seamless. But mostly just so we can use these sensors in each room. There's another one in here. Same deal. Up here. And then I'm just putting the other 2 down here. So this is level 4. That small 14 kilowatt outdoor unit does 2 bulkheads. So 1, 2. Basically, I used to have a unit downstairs that did the whole house, and the duct came up and like T-piece. One went over there to 2 bar grills, and some over there to 2 bar grills, but just had no airflow. There was kinks everywhere. It was just never going to work. So I got rid of all that, utilizing the bulkhead. 2 indoors. They're actually going to jitrock that because they're bringing it out a bit. So that's going to be different. But basically, yeah, there's going to be like packing it out like 20 mil or something and re-jitrocking it. And once it's painted, I'll come back and put the returns in. This one's a bit different because it's above kitchen, where we've sealed all the builders have sealed and insulated all the bulkhead, and basically we're going to have a return point that's not near the kitchen, so it doesn't suck up grease or anything, and we're using that as sort of like a plenum return. So that's the small one, the small bulkhead, the 14 kilowatt with 2 7 kilowatt units. 2 7 kilowatt indoors. Just sweet. It's good. Anyway, so that's level 4. Once they do that, I'll come back and put bar grills in, and it's going to be access panels, obviously, and a massive range hood going in between here. So basically, yeah, it's inside this switchboard. That's where the controllers are. So this is for the downstairs level 2, level 3 VRV. And there's going to be another one there that I'll fit off next week. Basically, yeah. All 3 fan coils are on that. And the next one will be so this is the what the bulkheads look like. There's another one in that room. Basically going to be a bar grill here and a return, and I always make the returns a bit bigger. So it's also access to like the drain and PC board and whatever, and that's all sealed inside that bulkhead. So that was a square rectangle cutout, but the plaster has left a bit of stuff there. That's why it looks like it's a rough cut, but that's perfectly rectangular. So next week you'll see what that looks like once I fit off the grills. Sorry about the late end to that video. I need to go. Tomorrow's Anzac Day, which is a public holiday here in Australia, so everyone has the day off. So I want to go to the wholesaler before it closes tonight, because this guy actually gave me a wine fridge that wasn't working, and I've taken it home and fixed it. So now it's working, and I want to just put like drinks in there, not necessarily wine, like beers, soft drink, whatever. And it's all working, and it's got like the wooden shelves and the blue light and stuff. It's pretty cool. But I just realized that it only goes down to 5 degrees because it's meant for wine. So I'm going to change the thermostat in it and get it like at 1 degree. I want it cold. So I just got to go with Actual on the way home, so I might potentially do that tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be back here next week to fit off, and I'll make another video of what it's all looking like once it's fit off. This is just an update. And yeah, so hope everyone enjoys their Anzac Day and their day off if you're Australian. I hope people get up early and go to the dawn surface. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Let's go.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I'll do it again. Add it up,